The mommy belly refers to the lingering abdominal fat and loose skin that some women experience after pregnancy. This condition is often due to the stretching of abdominal muscles and skin during pregnancy, as well as the accumulation of fat around the midsection. Hormonal changes such as elevated levels of cortisol and insulin levels significantly contribute to the difficulty in losing this abdominal fat postpartum. The meno belly describes the weight gain or increase in abdominal fat that some women experience between the perimenopause and menopause transition. This condition is often linked to hormonal shifts, particularly the decline in estrogen, which can lead to fat redistribution from the hips and the thighs to the abdomen. Additionally, changes in metabolism, insulin resistance, and increase in cortisol levels due to stress can contribute to the development of the meno belly. The reason why many of us transition from the mommy belly to the meno belly, or the mummy tummy to the meno belly, it's a complex array of things that are going on within our bodies, including aging, hormonal shifts, slower metabolism. We have things like a lot of stress going on with our lives, and muscle loss, which can be significant as we age. Postpartum changes like elevated cortisol and insulin resistance make it hard to lose belly fat, while menopause adds further difficulty with declining estrogen and fat redistribution. Together, these factors make managing abdominal fat more challenging, requiring a comprehensive approach that includes diet, exercise, stress management, amongst a list of lifestyle modifications. And also, some of you might want to consider medical management if that is an option for you. Abdominal adipose tissue, specifically visceral fat, can be very dangerous because it surrounds organs like your liver, your pancreas, your intestines. This type of fat is metabolically active, releasing inflammatory substances and hormones that can contribute to insulin resistance, increased blood pressure, increased cholesterol levels, and these heighten the risk for developing things like cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. However, even with all this being said, there are several steps that perimenopausal women can take to avoid transitioning from the mommy belly to the meno belly. Some of you watching may not even have children and may have also experienced that apron-like abdominal fat region in your abdominal area, and you might be able to get some tips from what I'm about to say. So let's talk about what these steps are. The first is to prioritize strength training. Building and maintaining muscle is very crucial for perimenopausal women. As I mentioned in previous videos, once women turn 30, we see a 3 to 5% decline in muscle mass, and this increases as time goes on. So it's going to be important to prioritize strength training and think about ways in which it helps you not only maintain muscle and tone muscle and build muscle, but also burn fat. It's really important to think about what strength training does for your body. When you think about strength training, also and think about incorporating weightlifting, heavy weights into your routine. Do this gradually so that you don't risk becoming injured. You know, women also, once we hit a certain age, above 30, above 40, are more inclined to soft tissue injuries. So please take your time and progress into the heavy load that will be most beneficial for you. And also think about body weights like lunges, squats. I talked about this in one of my previous videos, which I will list here for you. These things help your body condition, and it's always a good place to start with body weight exercises and of course gradually increase to getting those heavy weights in there. Think about also including planks and doing these perhaps 2 to 3 times a week, and then once your body is conditioned, you're going to increase the interval at which you do these more during the week. So the second thing I'm going to ask you to do is focus on your core strength. Focusing on your core strength not only gives you a flatter tummy, but it makes you stronger and improves your posture. So the exercises that you want to consider include planks, leg raises, wall sits are very good. Also consider jumping rope. These things are very good for stability and posture, and your body will eventually become conditioned. It might be hard overall to begin with, but just know that with practice, you're going to get better and stronger, and these things will become easy peasy, like you've never, thought about how difficult they were in the past. Third thing that you should consider is to also think about incorporating cardio. Not too much cardio, because cardio, I would say, is secondary to strength training, but cardio always helps because it's good for your cardiovascular health, of course. So think about cycling, swimming, walking, or running or jogging if that's what you prefer to do. Again, all of these exercises you incorporate into your weekly routine 2 to 3 times during the week and eventually increase. And of course, just think about how cardio burns fat and gets you more conditioned and helps your overall stability, agility, longevity, and your heart health. The fourth thing I'm going to ask you to do is to monitor your diet. So perimenopausal women have a lot of hormonal shifts in our estrogen and our progesterone, primarily our estrogen, and it's going to be important for us to monitor what we're eating. We need to reduce the amount of sugars and carbs that we're eating, as well as the trans fat, and think about ways to increase healthy fats as well as our protein. Now, with vegetables and fruits, it's just going to be really important for us to eat those leafy green vegetables because that helps us not only with our gut health, but it has a lot of minerals and vitamins, but also with our fruit to be careful that we're not eating high glycemic fruit, which I can provide you with a link to the video which I describe what is high glycemic fruit, what is low glycemic fruit, the best time to eat them during the days, and ways in which they support our overall health and well-being. So it's, again, monitor your food, get a free app, myfitnesspal, which you can easily track how much calories, your calories and your micro and macronutrients in your daily eating habits. The fifth thing I'm going to ask you to do is to consider how you're managing stress. There are a lot of us who are in midlife who are going through stressful situations, maybe work, school, raising families, taking care of other people, other family members. And so it's going to be important for us to prioritize downtime for us to relax, to meditate, to pray, just to create stress-free environments so that our cortisol levels, the cortisol is the key hormone that indicates how stressed we are. It's produced by the adrenal glands on top of the kidneys. And so it's a key indicator that lets us know, okay, we are very stressed and we're not handling stress well. And the reason why it's such an issue is we can actually get sick. Our immune system starts to break down and we have all these inflammatory markers that can arise because of stressful situations. So it's going to be really important for you to figure out how to manage stress and stressful situations. You might have to talk to people in your family. You might have to maybe shut down work when work is over with and not take on extra burden and take it home with you. But again, consider how you're handling stress and how it's going to be better for you in the long term, managing your stress better. Now, the sixth thing I'm going to ask you to do is to get more sleep or get enough sleep. Experts say that a minimum of 7 to 9 hours is key for rebuilding and regeneration of the cells that were breaking down during the day and being used up during the day. So it's going to be important for you to be more disciplined and getting in not only a sleep hygiene practice, but going to bed on time. So consider reducing the amount of television or phone use or doing more work when you're not supposed to be doing work, and then also work on your environment. So work on getting in a comfortable environment that will allow you to sleep and allow you to get the deep sleep, which is usually for people who sleep during the night, that's between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. That's really crucial that you get in that deep sleep at that time. And again, it's going to be important for you to remain consistent, not just try it out one day or 2 days, but this is a daily habit that you're going to want to incorporate into your life. The seventh thing I'm going to ask you to do is to always remain hydrated during the day. Proper hydration supports metabolism and helps regulate hunger hormones. One of the most important things that we also need to consider when we're staying hydrated is that it flushes out toxins from our bodies. And when drinking water helps flush out toxins from our liver, it helps us detox, and it helps us remain healthy. When I say stay hydrated, I mean drinking water. It could be a sparkling water or a bubbly water, but water is the main thing that you want to drink. Stay away from sugary drinks, stay away from alcohol, drink water that will keep you hydrated and help to reduce overall fat, especially that abdominal fat. Now, the eighth thing I also want you to consider is to also consider hormone imbalances. If you don't have a primary care provider or a provider who is a menopause specialist provider, I want you to consider seeking one out if you're experiencing so many perimenopausal symptoms and it's becoming difficult for you on a day-to-day basis with these perimenopausal symptoms. One of the things that you can try as well is over-the-counter or supplements. If you have yet to see a your primary care provider, and I'll leave a link here for you to check that out. But it's always going to be important to consult your doctor, your nurse, your pharmacist before trying anything, because they could be able to help you understand what's going on with your hormones. They might be able to give you some tips in terms of your diet and lifestyle activities. Medication is not always the first route, but for some women, it might be the very first thing that they need to try if they're experiencing so many things that they don't know how to handle. But just consider that hormone imbalances are really the key trigger that are causing the mommy belly and the meno belly. And also just give yourself enough time to investigate all these things. Don't look for quick fixes. Try to take things step by step, and also always try to remain consistent with eating healthily and working out and getting physical exercise in during the day, during the week. By adopting these lifestyle habits, perimenopausal women can effectively manage their weight and reduce the likelihood of developing a meno belly. So I wish you well. I thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.